Welcome back into the QB Huddle Podcast. I'm Tim Smith, joined as always by my podcast partner, Brandon Newey, who tonight is mad at the world. Y'all are going to find out why.
Mad at the world.
We are live to talk all things quarterbacks for the 2024 playoffs. Tonight, we have a very special guest. This guy played quarterback for 8 seasons in pro arena football before getting into coaching. This man is a 2-time IFL Coach of the Year winner as the head coach of the Iowa Barnstormers. By the way, Kurt Warner played for the Iowa Barnstormers.
Absolutely.
He won his first championship with Iowa as a coach in 2018. The last 2 seasons, he was the GM and head coach of the Tucson Sugar Skulls. And last year, he became the assistant head coach and OC of the Bay Area Panthers, owned by Marshawn Lynch out there in California.
Yeah.
This man won his first IFL championship with that team just last year. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Coach Dixie Woote. How are you?
What's
Dixie?
going on, fellas? I'm good, man. Glad
Yes,
to be
sir.
on, man. I enjoyed the pre-show, so I know the show gonna be off the chain, man. I can't wait, man.
Yes, sir.
We have a little bit of a pre-show, but man, Dixie, man, you are in Houston currently, but you're coaching in California. You've kind of been all over the place. Tell the folks a little bit about your football story.
Man, been around football since I was 3 years old, man. My dad was a coach. My uncles was coaches, man. So, just enjoyed the game, played, some high school ball in Houston, played some college ball and went down the semi-pro road. And what people don't understand about the semi-pro game in Houston, in Texas, man, that's some big-time football, man.
It is.
And people really don't understand it. But to win and get out of Texas, you have to play some really good teams. And crazy part about it is most of your semi-pro teams in Houston, especially when I played, the great teams had like 90% D1 guys on it. So so man, it's fun, man. And end up being in the IFL, playing quarterback in there for a little while, and enjoying it. And now I'm a coach, man. So it's been a great ride. So I'm enjoying it, man.
And what a lot of people won't know, but they're about to find out, Dixie, you and I got to play against each other one time down in Houston. It was the highest football game I've ever been a part of in my life. It was the first year I moved from Chicago down here, and I couldn't even grab the ball. I don't know how y'all play in that humidity. It was like 95 degrees and 190% humidity. You did beat us that night. It was our only loss of the season. I didn't play the whole game because me and Pancho, we would split time, and so he actually started the game. I came in later in the game, but man, y'all were a lot. You played phenomenal that night. We heard about you coming down. The arena quarterback is coming to play for Houston, and you simply put it on us that night. But we ended up going to the national championship that year, and we lost to the Kane County Eagles, who I played receiver for years. So that's an interesting story. But I got to coach you as well in an all-star game. I don't know if you remember this. I would hope that you
I remember.
My man shows up, and I said, now, they asked me, it was my first year coaching. They said, you want to come coach this game? I said, sure. They said, Dixie Wooten's your quarterback. I said, what? Let's go. And the first thing we did was bombs away. I think you threw it was like 60, 70-yard touchdown pass to start that game. And, man, that was a lot of fun. So that was the only chance I got to be on the sideline with you until you took me to my first arena coaching gig with the Wranglers. While you were coaching here in Frisco, and you put me up in the box for a playoff game. And man, I couldn't appreciate you more for that, because it opened up a lot of opportunities for me in the arena side. So thank you for that. I always appreciate you for that. You got me started in arena football. So when does your season start with the Bay Area Panthers?
Well, we start, coaches, we go to California around February, just to get the coaching meetings and things going. And then our guys come to camp around mid-March, and our first game is against the Arizona Rattlers, March 31st at home in California. So we're gonna start the season out pretty good, man, with a good team.
Now, does Marshawn, is he at the games? Is he partying with y'all? Is he cutting up or?
No. What Marshawn do? He comes to the game and he's sitting in the press box with Roy, of the owner. So he's watching the game, watching how his team play. Matter of fact, he was in Vegas with us in the championship game.
Oh
So
man,
yeah.
that'd
So
be a blast.
he's on the field. He did the coin toss, and it was fun seeing him there.
That is so cool. So, Dixie, before we get into the show too much, who's your favorite NFL team? Who's your favorite NFL quarterback?
My favorite NFL team is the Philadelphia Eagles, of course.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry to spoil your party.
Womp, womp, womp. Okay, that's mean. The Cowboys were knocked out at the same time as the Eagles were. So
You can't talk anything when it comes to them, Tim. Nothing.
Yeah, man.
And so, is Jalen your favorite quarterback then, or do you have a different?
No. So my favorite quarterback is Lamar Jackson right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I think I've come to the wrong show. I think I've come to the wrong show.
This is the Lamar show.
Our show, and I think I need to exit. I don't know. This might get bad for me, folks. This might
be
right for Tim. I don't know. Okay, let's get into it. Let's have some fun. Brandon, if you would keep hold of the chat as you usually do, but let's get to this division round breakdown. Brandon, your 49ers are headed to another NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
A hard-fought win over the Packers, probably a little bit tougher than what you wanted it to be. Our text stream was going crazy. Some might say
you guys were hating, boy.
That game, you might have escaped. I don't know. That's just what some say. Talk about it. Man, talk your shit. Brock Purdy.
All right, man. Before we dive into that, let's shout out to the chat. We got Petty, Coach Dixie, best to ever do it. Man, we got my cousin, Juwan Chapel. What's up, fam? Now, we appreciate all you guys on the chat. We got a nice little viewership going right now. But just back to this, man. This was a dogfight, and this is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this because if we're going to advance, if we want to be champions, if we got dreams and goals and all that, we got to have some bad games and learn how to overcome them. In the Shanahan era, we were 0-30 when trailing by 7. That 1-30, it couldn't have came at a better time.
That one means a lot, doesn't it?
That one means a lot. I feel it gives us a lot of confidence, even though the hate around the world is preying on the Niners' downfall. You got to think, man, we've been in the NFC title game 4 out of the past 6 years, right? This is nothing new to us. But at the same time, we have got to focus on overcoming. Now, dive into this game a little bit. Man, this was an ugly game, right? One lady ruled out Brock Purdy, said there's 7 other incredible quarterbacks, and then there's Brock Purdy. Now, I mean, it was sketchy in the beginning, right? He's got to learn to throw a wet ball. I don't know if it was a lot of rain games in Iowa, but he's from Arizona. Wet ball drill, brother, all year. Work on your game. But when it mattered the most, when the game was on the line, the boy made all the throws that you needed to make to seal the game. I love it, man. I'm so tired of all this hate on this kid, man. It's like the world wants to see him fall. And it's just like, do you expect him not to be here? Yes, he probably looks like your typical Verizon wireless customer rep as you walk in. And he's probably, hey, guys, we got some new phones on it. He doesn't look the typical guy, but when he puts that helmet on, when 13 comes on, when he puts 13 on the shoulder pads, it's a whole different demeanor. And the dude plays with the confidence on a level that few have that were drafted high. It's like they're preying on his downfall. It's just like, okay, well, he can't do it without Debo. Well, he can't come back from behind. Well, he checked all those boxes, right? He did. Regardless if it was ugly or not, at the end of the day, the goal in the playoffs is to win the damn game, regardless of what it looks like. It may be ugly. Good. I love it. Because the chat group in my AGA chat was just going.
It was
going. I was like, the most active chat I've ever seen. In this group,
people are necessarily praying for the 49ers downfall as much.
Sure, they are.
It's such a good story for the Detroit Lions, man.
It is, but
if you take yourself out of fandom of the 49ers, you have to understand that this Lions team has never been here. They've never been to a.
They have been there before in '91, Tim.
Era. Okay,
you just watched it with Barry. You just watched it with Barry. Listen, they're a great team. I love Dan Campbell.
What I said. They've never been there.
Jabir said if Brock Purdy was a top pick, he would have gotten the praise and coming back and figuring out after not playing well to begin. If he was a top pick, people would praise him, bro. Yeah. But here's the thing. This is what I don't like about the Ryan Clark take, right? You were an undrafted free agent. Nobody wanted your ass until you finally stepped in and sealed your opportunity, right? You should know out of anybody how that feels when you're playing alongside a number 1 draft pick in Troy Polamalu, but you weren't supposed to be here, but you are.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be here, guys, but he is. Right? And this is a perfect example of any quarterback that's listening out there. It's all about the journey. And if you get the opportunity, look at his example. He took that thing and ran with it. It's very Brady-ish, if you ask me. It's very Brady-ish. Not saying he's Tom Brady. We're not saying he's an elite quarterback. But damn it, the body of work in a year and a half, 2 back-to-back NFC title games. What can you say? What can you say?
One thing about him is, man, he fit the offense perfect. Like, you know, he don't turn the ball over. He play action is unbelievable, man. He throw the dig perfect. He throw the out routes, man. And like I say, when he make that one mistake, you know he don't make it again. Like Brady is the perfect quarterback for that Shanahan system, man, hands down.
Now let me ask you this:
he plays from the head, from the head down, which I like a lot. Right?
Let me ask you this:
he knows what's going to, and he anticipates well, which I love.
Now let me ask you this, fellas. Let me ask you this. 20 years ago, weren't we saying the same shit about Tom Brady?
Absolutely.
He's boring.
I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but he became the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right? It's a journey. I'm not saying he's about to be the GOAT, but damn it, he's in a great situation if there ever was one.
He plays very Burrow.
Execute and take it serious. You got a lot. You got a great opportunity.
Burrow gets a lot of credit for playing this way. Why doesn't Brock?
Well,
I mean, Burrow plays from the pocket. The thing is that I think he doesn't.
It's because he's undersized, man.
He doesn't have a lot of flash, right? It's substance.
Oh, he got some flash. He got some flash. He got some wiggle. That defensive line from Green Bay, dude said in his interview, man, Brock Purdy is a lot quicker than I thought he was. That dude's cat quick, bro. When he gets to moving, he does his thing. He's not a 4.9 guy, but he did run a 4.8, 4.7. But what is his lateral movement?
You got to think about it too. Yeah, you got to think about it too, fellas. He played a lot of games at Iowa State, man. A lot of games.
He's got a lot.
So him stepping in there, man. He went all 4 years. So when he stepped in there, man, he's a grown man in a system that he caught on to, and the system is quarterback friendly. Remember, you know, you got a great offensive line that's blocking, you know, the run game perfect, and then your running back is top of the line. So when you put that on that ball in that running back gut, your linebackers coming up, your secondary is getting back in the middle of that field is wide open. He's taking advantage of it, man. Like Brady is perfect. Brock is perfect for that situation, man.
He's perfect for the system, but also I feel like right now everybody's really doubting him and everybody's really doubting the Niners, which I absolutely love. I want to see all the hate.
I think
because if we happen to do this, what more can you say about the kid?
I mean, you should do it. It's just the Detroit Lions.
Listen, I know that, but here's the thing: we got to come out on all cylinders, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later in the show. But I feel right now, hey, a win's a win. Moving on.
Well,
we're not happy, not satisfied.
Let's go from the quarterback that everybody loves to hate to the quarterback that everybody loves to love, Dixie. Discuss Lamar Jackson and how big that playoff win was for him. Touch on the matchup with Mahomes and explain to me, not in a negative way, folks, but I have not seen in my lifetime, I don't believe, except for maybe Rex Grossman, a quarterback throw for 150 yards and win a playoff game. How does he do it, Dixie? Tell me how he did it.
So the thing about what makes Lamar Jackson great is now he's sitting in the pocket basically waiting on coverage just to open. Now they have spies, like they're not rushing him full speed because usually somebody won't get open, he'll run right away. So now he's waiting in the pocket on them 18-yard digs. They run 15-yard comebacks. They running, go routes. So he's sitting in the pocket and taking them chances on that. So now when you do blitz him and you try to play man against him, he take off, now you're in trouble. Like the way he played Tim is unreal, man. Like the way he run the football in the pass game when you give him the middle of the field, the way he run the football in a quarterback run game, but the way he's throwing that 18 to 18 yard pass, like we quarterbacks, we all three understand that the best pass you can throw off a play action is 16 to 18 yard digs, and he's hitting that in the head, man, and he's accurate as I don't know what with as well. So he's dangerous. He's the most dangerous quarterback in the playoffs right now. That's why
he's the
won.
most. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's tough, Tim. Like the thing about it is, what you gonna do? You're gonna take away the 18-yard dig with your linebackers dropping at 10. Now he's going to be running, and now he can shake one and make it a 20-yard run. So
Easily.
now you try to play it at the line of scrimmage. He go play action. Now he got a 18-yard dig with some of the best receivers in the game. And then now, if you go a 4-2-5, now you got two linebackers in the box. They run quarterback draw, quarterback power. It's tough, Tim. That's why I feel like they're going to win the championship, man. The only team that I can see playing against them is the 49ers. Like, that's the only people because
we got a chance, but I'm nervous.
Let's talk about this as well. As good as all that is.
Great take, by the way, because I've been trying to tell this dude for freaking 2 hours on a pre-call that we had, that it is damn near impossible to defend Lamar Jackson. If you look at it from a defensive perspective, I'd rather face Mahomes than Lamar all day long.
Yeah,
he's gonna give you fits.
But I just want to touch on this. Is that the way that the Ravens are playing defense allows for them to play offense the way that they're playing offense. And what I mean by that is their offense is very methodical. It's run first. There's a lot of quarterback designed runs with pulling guards and things like that, especially in the red zone, because you do have Lamar Jackson. And he is an incredible athlete, and he can run the football. This is not me saying he's a running back, but you take advantage of that with him, right? More than any other quarterback in the league outside of Josh Allen. Might
better use his skill set.
Better
use his skill set.
But he doesn't have to sit. He doesn't have to throw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns to win the game.
Right.
And part of that is because of the way they run the ball. But part of that is that, man, that defense is so good now.
Right.
They're ranked. I think we're going to get into this later. I think 6th. They're ranked right now. But they're the number 1 scoring defense in the league. And what they do so well, the Ravens defense, is obviously they score points. That helps your offense, right? That takes the pressure. But on top of that, keeps your offense in good position. You look at what they did to the Texans. They only gave up 3 points on defense to the Texans. That's the least amount of points that any defense has given up this year. The Texans were averaging, 28, 30 points a game. And CJ was lighting it up. CJ couldn't even get the ball out of his hands, right?
Yeah.
I think that defense isn't getting enough credit because everybody wants to talk about Lamar and put Lamar, but he deserves to be there, especially if he wins this game. I told Brandon earlier today, it'll impress me. Like, I will no longer have anything to combat the Lamar Jackson conversation if we're in a shootout, which we've never seen, by the way, with Lamar.
You have
with Patrick Mahomes.
You have last Patrick Mahomes
in an AFC title game, and it comes down to a last possession with a minute left, and the run game it's not there, and now you got to do it. I want to see that. I do. Just because that's my style of quarterback play. That's what I like to see. It has nothing to do with this. It's just my style.
So also, it makes sense, Tim. But also, you got to look at how the Texans play defense too. Like if you look at they scheme, they run a 4-2-5, but they try to bring pressure from the secondary instead of the linemen. So guess what?
You can't bring long blitzes on Lamar Jackson.
Right.
You can't do that. He's gonna toy with you.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see that a mile away, and then you're gonna do what he's gonna do. You're 100% right.
So that's why they ran the football, because you run a 4-2-5. Now my receiver is blitzing your blitzing safety. Now you got a pulling guard is leading up on the linebacker. Now it's blocked up. He can run for 6.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why they ran the football like they did in the second half. Like it wasn't any way.
They dominated the second half.
Exactly. You run 4-2-5 against the Ravens. You supposed to get ran down your throat.
Right. It was a shaky first half. Right. It really was.
Yeah. Because
20-game layover, man. It's tough during those bye weeks on those guys getting adjusted.
And they went right down the field. I think we're in for a great game. I personally want to see a shootout. I don't want to see a 10-9 game in the fourth quarter.
I don't think you're going to see that. I think you may see it get ugly, Tim.
And it may. Well, we've seen the Ravens.
There's something about. Listen, there's something about watching Lamar this particular year that makes him the most dangerous player I've ever seen play quarterback.
You're still not going to talk about that defense putting him in great
No,
position.
I understand that, yes, but defensively in the top, they're not even in the top 5 this year on yards allowed.
Right.
They're number 1 in sacks, and that's about it, right? They do sack the quarterback. They get after the quarterback. Lamar is the engine, dog, and his teammates will tell you that.
Yeah.
When you're able to suffocate it, listen, when you're able to get up on 2, if a defense gets a stop, you score. A defense gets a stop again, you score again. Now you're up by double digits.
Yeah.
Now they're going to run the ball, protect them, and they keep them fresh, which allows them to play at the best of their ability and maximizes their talents.
Yes, sir.
It's simple. It's simple football.
Yeah.
It's logic. He will suffocate you. They're going to suffocate Pat. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But if they come out the way they did in the first half,
they're not going to. All that is rust after 20 days, Tim. You haven't taken a full game. Right. You watched Hard Knocks. You see how they practice.
We'll talk about the play, and I will tell you why the Chiefs are going to win. But
okay. So hey, check this out. Every jersey he's worn these past weeks in the play have lost. So hey, I'm
on my third jersey, right?
You're in your third jersey. He's like, the Cowboys couldn't win. Let's go, Dak. Oh God, Josh Allen, let's go. Yes, sorry. This is going to the next. Look at him, team hopper.
Patrick Mahomes, baby.
Hey, meanwhile, your boy stay true to his colors all day.
I can't. My team's out
loyal to a default. I don't give a damn if we lost or not. I'm still repping.
Hey, my fandom is fluid. It depends on the week, baby. It depends on the week.
Yeah. You're a bandwagon fan right now. You're hopping around. You're happy. I don't even think that. I think you need to seriously consider getting a new team.
No, I can't. Oh, but by the way,
your allegiance to mediocrity is not you.
Speaking of the jersey, I heard.
You're better than that. You're better than that.
Speaking of the jersey, folks, we're eight subscribers away from you getting your very own Patrick Mahomes jersey or Brock Purdy jersey, whatever jersey you want to have from the QB Huddle podcast. From
Dixie, if you like it, you could be the 96th subscriber.
We need 8 people. Just take a selfie and let us know it was you that was number 100, or you're not getting it. All right. Now, I want to talk about the Lions a little bit because the Lions beat the Buccaneers, which surprised me. I thought the Buccaneers were going to go in there and get a win. Jared Goff is headed to his second NFC title game with 2 different teams. That's impressive. He was okay in the game. I'm going to talk about him. I mean, he was obviously a best performer because he was a quarterback. 30 of 43, 287, 2 touchdowns. That's okay. He didn't turn the ball over. What I didn't like, though,
is 42%
on third down. 42% on third down is not going to beat the 49ers. You're not going to do that because the 49ers will complete their third down throws. It's one thing. It's one of the things I like most about Brock Purdy. He completes those third down and 15s, those third down.
Damn right he does.
So I like that.
Absolutely.
Baker was good. The difference in this game was those 2 interceptions, right? And the Detroit Lions' ability to run the ball. So that defense and those linebackers they have are good, right? And they shut down. Now, Tampa doesn't have the running game that CMC is going to bring to the table.
I don't really think they shut them down, bro. The last 5 games, the Lions have given up 5 300-yard passers.
They shut down Baker.
They're one of the best. I don't think they really shut him down. I mean, Baker still had his way, 349 yards, 3 TDs. If you take away the picks,
the run game, not Baker, just the run game. The Buccaneers weren't really able to get off on the run game the way they wanted to.
I understand that, but they still outscored them total yards. They outscored them.
They lost the game.
I get it, man, but they still had an opportunity to win it. I wouldn't just say this Lions defense is, oh my God.
I'm saying that the 2 interceptions was the difference in the game.
I mean, yeah, obviously it was, but I don't think that defense is that good, man.
Yeah,
I don't. It's suspect.
No, they're not good enough to beat the 49ers. I don't think.
We're not going to say that. They are good enough.
I don't think
they are. Good enough. They're talented. They're good enough. I'm not going to. They're good enough.
Yeah, they're good enough, man. But I think
they have the heart. I don't know if they're talented enough.
They're good enough.
They got talent, bro.
They physical, bro. They physicals, I don't know what, man.
They got 5 All-Pros. What do you? Or 5 Pro Bowlers.
I think what messed the Lions up, and it's crazy, but by them playing the Rams first round, now basically Shanahan know exactly what defense they're going to run against certain formations, and you're going to see a lot of them same formations that the Rams ran against the Lions, and you're going to see a lot of motion. You're going to see a lot of things like that, man. I think they're going to pick them apart and they're going to run the football. I know we're going to probably pick later, but I say the 49ers easy in this one, man. Like, seriously.
I think Brock has an amazing day.
That's what I think too. So, who to you guys watching the game this week? Who was simply on fire? Like, I know we kind of talked a little bit about Lamar and what he did. Who was the quarterback in your guys' mind that had the very best performance? I'm going a little off script here from what we had because we kind of talked about all the quarterbacks. So, Dixie, start with you. Who was the best quarterback of the weekend?
Look, that young man can play some football, man.
Who's that?
That Love from Green Bay.
Oh, Love was
Jordan
the best
Love.
quarterback of the weekend.
Yeah,
okay.
Jordan Love can play some football, man. He was solid.
He's a good player, man.
Yes, man.
He's a good
was
player.
Solid, man. He had a chance to win the ball game, man. That's 2 weeks in a row.
He did.
So Love is staying in Green Bay. They found another quarterback.
Yeah, they found their guy. They got their guy.
I think we all agree with you on that. Unfortunately, I think it's unfair that Green Bay has yet another quarterback that's 3 in a row over the span of like 40 years, and it's not fair. Brandon, was there anybody outside of Brock Purdy that jumped off the table to you this weekend as far as who you just said, man, that guy's on fire?
Action Jackson.
Okay.
Lamar, the most talented quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Lamar Jackson. He's simply amazing, bro. What he did the second half, dude, he suffocates you. He was the highest percentage in completions, 72%, right? Threw for over a bill 50. Was that impressive as far as enamored passing stats? No. But he threw 2 TDs, no turnovers. And then he turned around and had 11 carries for 100 yards on the ground, another 2 TDs.
Man.
Just a typical Lamar Jackson day.
Man.
That's what he does. He is impossible to defend.
Okay.
And now that he has like an alien, like kind of an alien head, right? In the eyes in the back of his head and all this crazy crap. I've never seen a quarterback buy that much time and play with a defense like that.
You know,
it's scary. He played with our defensive line, bro. You
know what's really frustrating about Lamar Jackson?
Nothing.
And Patrick Mahomes.
You can't beat him.
When you get out, you can't play with those guys the way they play in real life. It's so frustrating. Like, I want to do all this stuff with Lamar, and maybe I just suck it back. I can't.
Yeah, you just suck it by. It's his ability to buy time in the pocket and keep his eyes down the field. He has eyes in the back of his head. He's like a freaking alien, bro. It's not normal.
Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson that are better in real life than they are in the video game, and it's really frustrating. That's just me.
Unless you make Josh Allen throw digs and crossing routes, then he missed those. So
or you just got to anticipate it and read the coverage faster, Tim.
Exactly, absolutely.
Because I threw with 50 TDs and with Brock Purdy, and he was like 78 overall in the beginning.
I might just suck at heading. That's 100% possible.
You got to have a quick clock, man. Not everybody got it. No, I'm just messing.
I'm an old man now. My hand-eye coordination is not so great.
It's probably why you beat me in golf all the time online.
Quarterbacks. I'm going to put one out there, and I have to do this because I rode with this guy all season long. And I'll tell you what, even his own fans are turning on him. And Ryan Clark, man, I wish Ryan Clark as a DB would stop talking about quarterbacks the way he does. He is so critical, and he's been hard on Brock Purdy. He was hard on Josh Allen, saying Josh Allen will never beat Patrick Mahomes. First of all, I hate this scenario of a quarterback beating another quarterback because we the three of us know it's not just the quarterback. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Right. Josh Allen was on pace to win that game Saturday night. I look back at it. He outplayed Mahomes to an extent because, I mean, his run game, he was unstoppable on the ground in the first half. Mm-hmm. In the second half, for some reason, they made some kind of an adjustment in their coverage that is going to, by the way, help them this weekend, I think, with Lamar because they figured out a way to stop Josh Allen. Now, I'm not saying that Lamar isn't better than Josh in that capacity he is, but maybe you can slow him down a little bit if you're smart enough to make that adjustment. My point is that
Tim, what Kansas City did was they was going man free all game, and that's what the short passes was working for the Bills. So the adjustment, they went cover 2 and cover 6.
There
so basically, they went cover 2 and cover 6. So they stopped the run. Yep. They stopped the short passes, and they made him. He had to throw the digs and the drag.
So
and he didn't throw the digs and the drag.
No,
so that's what
he did not have a good second half. But I also want to point this out. He really only had Diggs out there because Gabe Davis didn't play, and we all know what a big impact Gabriel Davis.
You act like Dalton Kincaid ain't a dog.
Versus
man.
Now we did have the 2 tight ends that were amazing. I would say
that's 3.
There was 3 drop touchdowns in that game. If you watch the game, the running back dropped one off his chest on the little angle route that he walks in the end zone. Stephen Diggs dropped one that possibly was a game winner, right? And Speedy number 10 dropped one earlier in the game. So when I look, and we're talking perfect passes. We're not talking outstretched, diving one-handed. We're talking in the bucket balls that were just dropped. I feel bad for Josh Allen because not only that, half that starting defense was an IR. So now you've got, they came in the game with 4 linebackers. 2 of them got hurt just as a starting conversation. So you got a defense that's beat up, gives up 27 points, and you leave it in the hands of a kicker who misses the field goal, to at least get you to overtime. Plus you have a coach that goes for it with a fake punt and lets DeMar Hamlin run the ball. So there's some things that just don't make sense.
Yeah,
and to me, how are we going to put all the blame on Josh Allen? Because if you watch the game, man, that was a hell of a game by both teams. He was putting on a show. Yeah. He really was, and
everybody had an opportunity until it didn't happen.
And this is why I feel so strongly about it. If you look over my shoulder, you see a number 9 jersey, Tony Romo. He used to do the same type of thing. He would play great, make one mistake, and then it was all Tony Romo's fault. Forget that the defense gave up 40 points. It was all Tony's fault. So that bothers me to my core. And fan base of Buffalo, stop it. You have a special player at quarterback. Stop it. And
RC says, does Diggs stay in Buffalo?
Oh,
good question, Nard.
Maybe it's time to move on from Diggs and get another dog at receiver. Go get somebody else. Go get a bigger target.
He's a bit of a diva, ain't he?
Yeah.
He needs to start throwing tantrums at his drop balls.
Buffalo fan base, please don't give up on your quarterback. Most teams would love to have a Josh Allen.
Are they really giving up on Josh Allen?
And they've just been hard on him. Blaming him.
I think anybody not named Kansas City and Baltimore would love to take Josh Allen.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, they.
Woo! Okay, so we got through that. Now we're going to go through some hot
topics. Or Houston.
We're going to go through some hot topics, and some of this stuff we've talked about through the year, but Dixie, some of it's new to you. So let's get started, and I'm going to come to the first one with you. Cam Newton called Brock Purdy a game manager as well as Jared Goff. Both are playing in NFC title games, and both actually are playing in their second NFC title games. Brock, his second in 2 years, last year as a rookie. Is there egg on Cam's face, Dixie, or was it warranted what he said?
No, I think he's absolutely correct. Like, a game manager is not saying that he's trash. A game manager is just letting him know that he understands, situations. He understands when to make the play and when he don't, or when he not making the play. So a game manager is perfect. Like, so both of those guys are game managers. They know when to make the throw. They know when to take the sack. They know when to throw it. At the end of the day, when it comes down to the end of the game, you will never see them take a shot. Like said, you want to throw that cover 2 hold shot with the safety sitting there? No, they're gonna throw the safe ball so they can get that first down and they can keep moving the chain. So they're both game managers. But game managers, and we both quarterbacks. We know what a game manager is.
Well, we had this conversation, and I agree with you. But I'd like to take you back to what Cam said. The way he said it was in a negative connotation. It wasn't in a positive light, as you just said, because I would tell you that Tom Brady was the best game manager of all time, right? He wasn't flashy. He wasn't super athletic. He wasn't a game changer. But by the way, a game manager can change the game and can be a game changer if they do it right. I feel like the bus driver is the insult, right? Just drive the bus.
I do too.
Right.
Just
I
drive
did
the
too.
bus. Please don't throw a pick. Right. That's the guy you
That's
don't
it.
want on your team.
AKA Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
AKA Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon, I'm going to go to you because you brought this to my attention, and then we're going to let Dixie answer as well. Shannon Sharp says Lamar Jackson is a top 10 quarterback of all time with no Super Bowl wins nor appearances. Your thoughts?
Well, you didn't even give us the take on the first one.
Well, you've talked about the Cam thing. Do you want to address it?
I think a game manager is actually pretty good. He's an elite game manager with traits that could change the game.
Okay, I like that.
Go.
And
that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Think, right? Now with the Shannon Sharp, Lamar Jackson is a top 10 quarterback of all time. I think he is the most talented quarterback in the craziest quarterback we have ever seen in the NFL history.
Right.
I've never seen a player like him in my life. You can say it's Michael Vick, but it's Michael Vick on crack. Yeah. Michael Vick can't do what Lamar can do. Michael Vick didn't buy time like that. Michael Vick was quick to get in and out off his first and 1 and 2 read, right? He couldn't really slide. He didn't have the ability to do that and protect himself. Lamar doesn't get hit. He gives it out, but he protects himself. It's crazy how he buys so much time with his in the pocket. His awareness is insane, man. Like he toys with multi-million-dollar defensive linemen that can run. And then he's like, hey, I'm out past 5. Okay, I think I'm going to skate on. It really appealed to me this year because he didn't have that a few years back, right? If we remember, if Lamar and Greg Roman's offense, now maybe this is the evolution of the coordinator, which I think it plays a tremendous role in it. Because now you're getting more vertical threats. He's not running +1 as much as he used to, right? So he's beating you from the pocket. He's one of the best against the blitz and one of the best in the pocket as far as efficiency goes. Yeah. And I will say this right now. Hell yeah, he's a top 10 quarterback of all time.
Okay.
Who the hell is better than him? Outside their large body of work. Who the hell is better than him?
I'm going to rebuttal you. Petty says he doesn't think that Lamar is better than Vic and that you just simply don't remember Michael Vick.
I totally remember Michael Vick. I'm left-handed. I'm 36 years old. I grew up in the Mike Vick era. I wanted to be Michael Vick.
I don't know what Dixie's about to say, although I know he's a huge
Michael
Lamar
Vick's
fan.
a 59% completion passing overall, bro. Lamar's like 67. I think that's a tremendous difference.
I think whether you like Vic or Lamar more is a generational thing. I think it depends.
No, it's not. I grew up with Michael Vick, bro.
Playing Madden with Michael Vick. I think probably should.
Okay, what did I do? You were out at the bars, bro. I had Michael Vick posters on my wall.
I was playing Madden at 2 in the morning. Drunk.
No, I'm just saying, you were 2 in the morning drinking brews, bro. I couldn't drink. I had a Michael Vick poster. I had the shoes. I had the jerseys. Everybody wanted to be Michael Vick, bro. But we ain't never seen nothing like Lamar.
Okay, so my God. Right now, he's up there with the top 10 of all time. We're talking Troy Aikman's, Dan Marino's. We're talking Bart Starr's, top 10 of all time.
You said Bart Starr? How dare you?
Legendary.
Now, check this out. You're legendary. We're all in a park. And we got to start a team. And you see Lamar Jackson, shit, you gonna take? Hey, give me Lamar, bro.
So Tim, you gonna take Bart Starr over Lamar Jackson?
No, of course not. I don't even think Bart Starr's a top 10 quarterback.
Hey, but you named him, Tim. You losing credibility like a mother sucker right now.
No, you're just
my Lord.
I'll play this.
I'm not a Lamar. I'm a realist. I know what I see.
Lamar Jackson is maybe the best athlete at the quarterback position we have ever seen. Right?
Absolutely.
The most dynamic we've ever seen. I'm not going to say he's top 10 of all time until he makes it to a couple of Super Bowls, or at least makes it to another or 1 or 2 more AFC title games. Because the only guy that I'm going to say that is currently playing football today that I would put in the top 10 of all time is only one guy. And it's because he's been to 6 straight AFC title games, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he's number 2, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's stop.
Yeah.
He's number 2.
Okay.
If you were in a park right now and you had all them guys lined up, you gonna take Tony Romo? You gonna take Tony Romo over Lamar Jackson? You out your damn mind.
I'm taking Tom Brady every time.
Okay, that's Tom Brady because Tom Brady has the body of work. But what Lamar has done?
Do I want a guaranteed win or do I
want Lamar wins 80% of his games?
That's true, Tim.
What are you watching?
Lamar is a winner. He's a winner. Tim. He's a winner, man.
I mean, a couple weeks
ago. Let me take a break real quick.
Lamar
let me gather my thoughts.
Dak Prescott's a winner too. He wins 80% of his regular season games, but he can't win a playoff game. He can't do it.
He won one last week. So he's on the verge of winning another.
That's what I'm saying. Now he's won one, but he's got to win another one, right? He's got to win it. Do you put him in top 10 of all time?
I do. Like my guy Nui said, man. Listen,
I feel very outnumbered.
If you put all these quarterbacks in the park and you want to start a game, don't tell me you finna go get Bart Starr.
I never said that.
He better go get Jeff George.
Don't say Bart
Starr.
Sorry. His name.
Bart Starr. All these great quarterbacks.
One guy I'm going to get. His name is Thomas Brady. That's the
okay.
Period. You know why? Because I'm guaranteed to be in the fight no matter what. We're going to be in that Super Bowl because that's Tom Brady. That's what he does. Right?
I'm with you. I'm with you with Tom.
I rock with Tom. Ain't nothing bad against Tom.
Thank you. All right.
I fuck with Tom heavy.
Golly, I'm talking to Lamar fans all the time. Listen, I'm going to be honest. Dixie doesn't know.
Are we lying, though? Are we lying?
About me.
Oh,
I don't hate Lamar Jackson. I hate the Baltimore Ravens.
You got Randall Cunningham, Steve Young, Michael Vick. Who else? Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson. You know damn well you taking Lamar Jackson.
Now wait a minute.
Steve is my guy.
Quarterback.
Steve is my guy. See, here you go. But Lamar can throw just as good as all of them.
Yeah.
So stop the BS, bro.
Let's make one point before we move on. A running quarterback has never won the Super Bowl, so Lamar has a chance to do something.
Actually, he did. His name is Russell Wilson.
And Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Steve Young wasn't a running quarterback.
What?
Oh, yeah.
See, we gotta get. See, Coach, we gotta get off this. We gotta get off this, bro. Oh my God.
Let me clarify.
Oh my
he wasn't
God.
a run-first quarterback. He was a throw-first.
Yes, he was,
Steve
bro.
Young run first. Steve Young will run.
I watched him play a lot. I don't.
Tim, you didn't watch Steve, bro. That was like my guy growing up. Trust thou. He got busy when he got outside that pocket.
No, of course he did. Steve Young still today is the leading rusher in the NFL playoffs of any quarterback.
Exactly. Right.
That's fine, but I'm just telling you right now.
He was a great thrower. What do you throw?
So is Lamar. Lamar has top 3 most perfect passer ratings of all time, next to Tom Brady, Drew Brees. What you mean? What you mean?
My question was...
You're eating your words right now. You're eating it, and he's going to make you eat it.
My question was Steve Young considered a running quarterback? I asked the question because telling us...
Yes, he's a dual-threat quarterback. I wouldn't say a running quarterback. Lamar is not a run-first quarterback. We got to stop that narrative.
To throw the narrative around that a running quarterback has never won the Super Bowl when Steve Young did it. No one considers Steve Young a running quarterback for some reason.
I think we all... real ones know.
I don't know. Steve Young, to me, his running was an added attribute to his fantastic passing ability.
He wasn't always a good passer, Tim.
He was with the 49ers.
Yeah, but in Tampa and BYU, he was like 59% completion, bro.
But he was great.
If you put Steve Young in this generation, he would be a hell of a. He would kill the college game in this. He would be unreal.
Agreed.
Like him in the RPO system.
RPO, Steve Young.
He's so accurate, man. He's deadly accurate.
Okay, let's move on. Mahomes' first road playoff game. Dixie, did we make too much of it? Of Mahomes going on the road for the first time?
No, it's too much. Like, come on, man. He can go play anywhere, man. He's the real deal, man. He's awesome, Tim, man. Like he can play anywhere, man. Like when people saying this first, like he was gonna struggle on the road, no. And he's playing in Kansas City where it's -0 degrees in Kansas City too. So
it was
him being in Buffalo didn't make no difference, man.
Okay, I like that. Brandon, do you think we made too much of it? Was it just something to talk about? Or did it?
I think to a degree it was a little bit of both. I think, the pressure of going into a hostile environment like Bill's Mafia, right? I think you got to look into it to some degree. But what we've all seen with Pat Mahomes is that guy can play in freaking Antarctica in a snow blizzard.
Yes, man.
I mean, you don't see that very much with quarterbacks.
Right.
You don't see too much of that, right? We just saw Brock struggle in the rain, right?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning used to struggle in the rain. Drew Brees used to struggle outside the dome, right? This guy has no flaws besides some of his uncanny footwork and sometimes a little bit of sporadic when it comes to like trying to make that play.
Yeah.
But outside of that, dude, I never worry about that guy. I will never. It's hard to bet against him, even though I'm betting like a mofo on him
last week
this
you
week.
said you would never bet against Mahomes. Now
I got to because what I've seen from Lamar this year, good luck defense.
All right.
Good luck.
I think we made too much of it too. I think it was just something to talk about, something we wanted to grab onto, although here we are again. Now he's going to his first AFC title game, not in Kansas City. So that's a little bizarre, but I think, Andy Reid has done this long enough. I think he's a mature enough player. They're going to handle it just fine. It'll
be fine.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And they're not going.
This is a such better Lamar Jackson that people haven't really seen yet, and he really hasn't reached his full potential, which is absolutely scary.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's terrifying, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be able to toy with people for like the next 6 years.
Well, we're gonna
if God given, right?
Before this, he was also injury prone. He also missed.
Right, and Jabir pointed that out. He said Lamar had a problem staying healthy before this season. Right, I'll give you that. There's some guys that saying, Vic is better. I mean, guys, you guys are looking at YouTube shit.
Yeah, man.
You're not looking at some of the throws this kid makes on time and just some of the throws that he makes that I quite frankly don't think any other quarterback can make.
Well, we say that about 3 guys in this league. We say that
no. I mean, no. There's a couple of throws, Tim, I don't think anybody can make. I haven't seen it.
Again, I'm just saying that's 3 quarterbacks we're saying that about.
And 3 quarterbacks, what would you consider them? Elite, right?
You know what? I would say this. Mahomes is the only guy I would say is completely elite. Lamar and Allen have elite tendencies and elite traits and can certainly get there, but neither one of them have won where I can say you're elite, bro. You beat everybody. You got to beat Mahomes to be elite.
All right, now I understand that, but check this out. We got a really good question here.
Okay,
are the 4 remaining QBs the best QBs in their respective conferences? I'm going to say yes.
You could
based off this year, I'm going to say yes.
You can make an argument that that's 100%.
I'll say this year alone, I'll say yes. Goff and Purdy have performed as good as any quarterback in the NFC. Jalen Hurts had a down year with a lot of turnovers, right? Dak had a great year, regular season guy.
But that's
about where I'm going to leave that. He's got to get over the hump, but he had a really good season too.
Yeah.
I like that question because this might be the first time in a long time that we can say that it's 4 teams with the 4 best quarterbacks in that season, right? The 4 guys
in that season in particular.
I'm not saying that these are the 4 best quarterbacks in the NFL, but this year, you're right. Goff put up monster numbers except for when he went to Baltimore.
But I say Lamar is 1 and 2. I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah.
So,
what you think, Coach?
I think on the AFC side, hands down, 1 and 2, easy. But I still think Jordan Love had a great year. I think he had a great year, and that's the part. I think Jordan Love is over Purdy just a little bit.
Ooh, but
I would say his arm talent, right, a little bit. I think he has that. He had that 9-game stretch where he just wowed you, right?
Yeah.
And you see the tremendous potential. I don't know if Brock's ceiling is so high, but I see the ceiling like similar to a Tom Brady, where it continues to get sharper, it continues to get better. He's learning from mistakes. He's efficient. I don't think his talent ever changes. I think Jordan Love, we have not seen the best of Jordan Love yet, which is really cool to see.
Jordan Love was really that last drive.
Yes, Renard, I'm saying Brock is over K1.
What was the point of that throw that he made? He panicked. And so if you're going to panic, you can't panic in that situation. And Jordan Love did. That's my issue with Jordan Love.
Yeah. I'll clear this up with the chat right now. RC said, so you're saying Brock is over Kyler Murray right now? Hell yes.
Yeah.
Kyler's more talented. We obviously know that.
There's a difference between being
Brock's clock.
I don't think
people realize how fast Brock Purdy's clock is.
It's very quick.
It's some of the best film I've seen on film. Yeah.
So what it is with Brock and people don't understand is when you watch Brock,
talk to him, coach.
It looks boring. It looked like he just It like he's just going through the motion and all that. But if you really break down Brock Purdy's film, man, he gets the ball out of his hand ASAP, man. He read every coverage, and he's solid, man. He's solid. I love my guy Kyler Murray. I do.
I love Kyler.
Yeah. But he came half of the season too as well. So
sure, we're saying this season, Nard. Yeah, we're saying this specific season. We're not saying he's a better player right now than Kyler Murray. He's a freak. But what you just heard from Coach Wooten is a championship coach will tell you, and also a quarterback coach, a guru who has a lot of skins in the game, just told you guys what I say on that stupid chat group that I want to go off, but I don't.
Oh man, I told you he's horrible today. I tried to.
It's just like, what are you looking at? Like, what are you seeing? You guys see, and I know as quarterbacks, guys, right? You all know this. You watch the game entirely different from anybody else.
Yeah.
Do you not? I don't watch it like it's a television game. Like I don't.
No.
I watch it so differently than the actual fan.
Yeah.
So it's like what you're seeing is like, holy shit, this kid. Okay, he may not have the arm, but damn it, he's getting that thing out on time.
Yeah.
Like
he's throwing the 2 ball, the 1.5 ball right in a robber look and splits it right over him. I'm like, oh my God, like people are terrified to make that throw, but he's not.
Right.
I promise.
I love that shit.
We are watching football games, and I'll speak for the other two guys here with Coach and with Brandon. We're watching what's going on pre-snap. We're watching to see if we can tell where the blitz is coming from. We're looking to see if the quarterback is making an adjustment. We're watching to see a play that was just run, what play could come off of that we might see later in the game. And I mean, that's just how we watch the game. So it might be a little different than your average fan. And we're trying to bring some of that to you all to get a deeper understanding from the quarterback perspective.
Like, where's the rotation? Are they rolling in and out? Are they bringing a different defender? Are they bringing the nickel? Are they bringing an extra guy here? Like, okay, what's the formation here? Did you see, as you realize with Brock Purdy on Christian McCaffrey's long touchdown, the play clock was about to run out, and he stuck him and said, no, stay. That is IQ, guys. That's shit you can't teach.
Thank you, Brandon. I was going to bring that play up, but thank you for bringing that up. That was
like
one of the best
that's game-changing moments for our offense.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it's
like
game-changing. That's huge.
So man. So like on Facebook, like I write on Facebook all day when the game on, and people ask me how am I spitting out information. I'm like, listen, when I see the formation and the motion, I don't even watch the offense anymore. I just watch straight defense to see how they roll it in the coverage.
See how they rotate.
So So because the formation gonna tell me everything I need to know. So when they run the play now, we can see when he miss like Josh Allen, when he miss a dig or a drag route, because we see the defense and we understand now, okay, this guy's coming into this window right now because this linebacker is playing the curl to the right side, and the middle of the field is wide open. And
it's they trailed out in that combo. It's like they trailed out in that combo coverage. Like they had a trail man there because a lot in man, it'll look like it's zone, but they're trailing that man. It's more of that match coverage, right?
Absolutely.
So you got to take that underneath, man.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, dude.
You have to.
It's wide open. Just take it.
Wide open, man.
Most folks watch the games on Sundays. I know that all three
highlights.
The highlight shows and all that, but we're also watching the All-22. And if you're not watching the All-22, and understanding what you're watching. If you can watch it and understand what you're watching, there's nothing better than watching that.
Right.
It's the best, bro. It's the best. It's
and the matchups. So, Brandon, we got a question, and this is just for you. Is Debo in or out this week? And
I think he's in, man.
49ers win without him.
Yes, I think he's. I think he's gonna play. I think it's one of these things, like Shannon Sharp said. If your shoulder's not torn up, you better take a damn shot and let's get in. These are the games that matter. We need you on this. We may not need you all the time, right? But I do believe we truly can win without him because this gives a week for Kyle Shanahan to scheme up things. Do we see a Ronnie Bell come in? Do we see more of Christian McCaffrey at the 6 and using Elijah Mitchell in the backfield? Do we see Jordan Mason come back and keeping McCaffrey on the field similar to a Debo role, right? Because he can run routes. But I think regardless of that, hopefully he does play. We can win. If he doesn't, we got to win anyway. But I think we really need to focus on the draft as finding his replacement. It's not necessarily a replacement, but a clone like him.
Somebody like
because as physical as Debo is, and I love him, he is not going to stay healthy throughout the entire year.
Absolutely
it's his playing style. And you got to love his playing style, right? Yeah. That's why he's got the bag, right? But you go find a guy who's very similar in skill set. And now instead of 2 guys, him and Christian McCaffrey, now you got 3. And I think when that happens, okay, shit, we never miss a beat because Shanahan is a script guy. He's not an adjustment guy. I think the best game he's ever called was the game that against Philly where they were shutting down the run, things weren't looking ideal, and they spreaded that ball out like wildfire and they said, Brock, go kill him. And he did. And so that is another weak secondary. That's why this gives me confidence going into this Lions game with the Lions giving up over 300 a game. Now, I know I went down further down that line, but
you did.
I think we can win without him, man. But, hey, sometimes you just got to explain it, brother.
That's okay.
There's always a why behind it.
From a fan perspective, which quarterback of the 4 has the most to lose this weekend from the fans' eyes?
You got to say Lamar Jackson, man, because the team that he have, man. So he's got a team that can go to the Super Bowl. So if he lose, man, it's gonna be pretty tough, man.
Okay, Brandon.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the most to lose?
Are you talking about a team?
No, the quarterback. Which quarterback has the most to lose in the fans' eyes if they don't get it done this weekend?
I don't think it's Lamar. I think it's Purdy. I do, because we've been to back-to-back NFC title games, right? If you lay an egg here, you can play great and lose, but I think the narrative will always be there for him, right? Unfortunately, as good as a year he's had. But I think that pressure, I think he's got the most to lose because I think as the office, you got him so cheap. Are you going to hit the panic button and go get Kirk Cousins?
Are you going to hit the panic franchise? I'm talking about from the fan perspective.
Like, I think a fan perspective. I think we're split as a fan base with Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Because everybody's wanting Montana or Steve Young. Our fans are split to a degree. I think it's more 80-20. There's this 20% that wishes Trey Lance never left.
Man.
Right. And so I think if he doesn't get there, it's going to be all on him, which it may not be his fault, but it's going to be on him. I think Lamar has already proven the doubters wrong. He's gotten to an AFC title game. This is why we pay you over $100 million to be one of the top 4 teams lasting and give you an opportunity to get to the Super Bowl. I think Lamar has nothing to prove at this point, me personally.
Okay. I'm going to go with you, Dixie, and I'm going to say in the fans' eyes, because it is about winning, and that's how we judge quarterbacks at the end of the day, Lamar does have the most to lose in this situation because he is deemed as an elite player. He is deemed as the guy. He did get the bag after the holdout, and now he has to do it. So I'm with you on that. Brandon, I disagree with you about Purdy only because people are so hard on him that from a fan perspective, I don't know how much lower he could go. He could throw for 5 touchdowns and people still talk bad about him. So
right. I just feel like the fans are going to come for his head, man, because listen, we're 4 out of the 6 years we've been to the NFC title game. We're going to have a damn 30 for 30 on ESPN, just like the Buffalo Bills, if we don't get this done.
Go after Kyle, not your quarterback.
Kyle's been our problem. Everybody knows that. But I feel like somebody wants a player like Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. They want the quarterback like, hey, we got this quarterback. What can you do here? Oh, we got this guy. But with that guy comes over paying him.
Yeah.
And if we get to the same spot and we lose again, what's going to happen? We better ride with this $800,000 quarterback till the wheels fall off. Because to me, he's as good as it gets in Kyle Shanahan's system.
I'm with you on that, brother.
No matter what. But
yeah, but I just feel like he's gonna be just thrown in the trash can if he don't get this done.
In this vein, back to you, Coach Wooten. Who has the most to gain in the fans' eyes should they win this coming weekend?
Golf. I think golf is, because if he wins, he get a big contract. He's getting a big contract. Yeah,
he getting the bag.
Yeah,
I don't think he takes the max though, bro. I don't think he takes the max.
No quarterback should take the max. I think.
But he knows what he's got with that team, that young team. Keep that nucleus together.
Yeah.
Take a friendly deal. Top 10 deal.
Yeah.
Who do you think, Brandon? Who do you think has the most to gain in the fans' eyes this weekend if they get a win?
Purdy, because he's gonna shut everybody the F up. Okay. It's Purdy.
Purdy.
I feel like Goff's already established to a degree. He's already had 2 great big contracts. He's taking the team to the Super Bowl. This is a NFC title game with 2 different teams, right? I feel like they overachieved.
Okay.
Big time. True. I feel like if Brock goes out and has a 4 TD, 3 TD game, 300 plus yards, and they blow out the Lions, what you got to say about them now? Because that shit can really happen.
It could. I think Goff. I think I'm with Coach. I think Goff has the most to gain because he is. I mean, I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it. We talk bad about Jared Goff. We never believe in Jared Goff. We never really.
He won my fantasy league. I believed in him the whole way.
But we never talk good about Jared Goff. And here
he did it.
He gets traded from his team because he's the problem in LA. They win the Super Bowl, so it seemingly is him. And now
that's so disrespectful.
Detroit Lions after 33 years.
So happy for him. So happy for him.
There's a lot going on in Detroit. There's a lot. Is there a quarterback that can win this weekend and get to the Super Bowl, and that's enough? Like, he doesn't have to win it. Is there a quarterback? I think it's Purdy. But is there a quarterback that can win this weekend and he's solidified? I think it's Brock Purdy. Is there anyone else?
Yeah, I think the only person is Purdy. No. I think
it's Lamar.
You think so?
So Lamar get to the Super Bowl.
All you got to do is because think about it. What he said in the draft. You're gonna get a Super Bowl out of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guarantee that. And what'd he do? Oh my God.
But does he have to win the Super Bowl or just get there?
I don't think he has to win it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Purdy
has to win it. I think Purdy closes the chapter in the Disney stories written.
If Purdy wins the Super Bowl, I don't know.
It's the coolest freaking story you've ever heard. Besides Kurt Warner.
I don't know if that can happen.
You can't say nothing about Purdy ever again if he wins the Super Bowl like that.
And don't you know I'm going to talk so much crap? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna say, hey, can't say I didn't tell you so. Man. But we're far from that. One game at a time. One game at a time, listeners. I'm not projecting we're gonna win it all, but I'm one game at a freaking time, dude. We're 0-2 in the NFC title games. We get there, but shit,
we are going.
Let's finish.
We're gonna get to these championship breakdowns and storylines here in a minute. Josh Allen was next on the list to talk about, but we talked about him earlier. He kind of got injected earlier, and we touched on all the things that we were going to touch on. So real quick, let's talk about the Couch Coach, folks. If you're not locked in on the Couch Coach, we have a weekly show, typically on Wednesday nights, where we go live. We've had Aqib Talib. We've had Mark Clayton on the show. We have had an array of guests on the show. It's a roundtable with Exo, Nui, and myself. You can find us on the Couch Coach at the Couch Coach Club on YouTube and on Facebook. My voice is starting to go. But hey, you need to lock in with us because we are spitting fire on that show. Brandon, tell them a little bit more about all the things we've been right about.
Oh, man. I mean, we've been right about a lot of stuff. I'd probably say 80%. It's kind of crazy. And I swear we can go from the first episode. I even said that Detroit Lions were a dark horse. And yes, some of my team agreed, but there were some people like, are you crazy? I was like, watch out for Detroit, bro. That coach, I'll run through a freaking wall for that coach.
Yeah.
I told people that Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would win their division and make a playoff run, and they did win a playoff game, and they were very close to the Lions.
They won their division, and he got a contract.
I would assume.
They're gonna get about a $40 million deal, which is awesome for them.
Yeah.
We predicted Lamar Jackson with this new offensive coordinator. You're gonna see a scary version of Lamar Jackson, and we said he was gonna win the MVP. Guess what happened? The guy's the MVP. What else did we say? We said watch out for the Houston Texans with CJ Stroud and what we saw from the first 3 weeks. I was like, do not sleep on this team. What happened? Damn, CJ Stroud was about to be the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Can keep going. I said Brock Purdy would overcome his UCL injury and have a great season. Oh damn, guess what he did? He was leading the league in damn near every category.
Yeah.
I
can go on and on, man. It's really scary.
I told
and we have video proof, everyone.
Maybe not week 2. I told everybody by week 4. Sorry, Dixie, but I told everybody that the Eagles were frauds and that they were going to fall apart, and the way they were winning wasn't sustainable, and that turned out to be 100% true.
They did, man.
Damn,
it really was ugly.
Damn.
There for
but you know what we got wrong? Everybody jumped on the Dak Prescott and Cowboys train, and they just let us all down. My God,
that train ran us all off the track.
All off the tracks.
That was really
I even bought into the juice, Coach. I bought into the juice. I was like, you know what, man? Can't wait to see y'all in the NFC title game. Wait, one of us are there. What happened to the other one?
We see this every year, though. We see this from Dak every year.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for their fans. I'm sorry, guys.
Again, he's about to get his second bag, which I just how many bags has he got?
Tim, let me ask you this: so why when the Cowboys lose, why the fans be in the stands crying and all?
They're so loyal, bro. I feel bad for them because they really talk their shit, and I respect it.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
Listen, Dixie, you weren't on the show, but I got to go to the game. A friend of ours has season tickets in the section where Jerry sits in his little private press box, and we sit down at the railing of that section, which is right above the Cowboys bench. About midway through the second quarter, probably after the pick 6, I looked up in Jerry's box, and I just did like this, and I was like, "What's up, man? What are we?" And I'm screaming at him like, "What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we really doing right now?" And everyone around me is laughing. They thought it was hilarious. I was not joking. I was serious. I wanted to have a real conversation with Jerry Jones.
I feel so bad for y'all, bro. I really do. Y'all were just like,
enough is enough.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Did you realize you are the only team in the Commanders that have not been to a title game this century?
Thank you.
Wow.
Every other team has been to a title game except y'all sorry ass.
Detroit Lions. Thank you.
I'm telling you, you need to switch teams. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm married to the Bears and the Cowboys, and
you better go on the Bears train because ain't nothing happening for them boys.
I think Cowboy fans are pain free. Like y'all buy in so much. I'm talking about y'all give everything into it, knowing the same thing is going to happen. That's crazy.
Hey, Niner fans are realists who be like, man, that motherfucker ain't it. We won that goddamn game. We play like that. We go lose. We go get our ass whooped. Bro, our fans are crazy, but they're realists to a degree. I respect it. But y'all's fans are delusional as hell.
Delusional, man.
In Dallas, Dak gets treated like he's Troy Aikman, right? They love him. And Tony got treated like he was Josh Allen. Like, he would play great, and people would just dog it. Oh, he's the worst. He's terrible. And I'm like, we are so lucky to have this dude as our quarterback.
He's amazing, but he was a celebrity QB, and Bill Parcells told him to stop that.
Well,
he gave them commandments now, and he didn't follow it. Nah, I mean, I'm just saying, Dak ain't all out there with freaking famous people and all this other stuff. Dak chills at the crib.
Just imagine Tony Romo with Bill Parcells for his entire career. Ooh, we're talking about a different career. That's what I think.
I just think you need to go back to the Bears.
Hey.
Because the first game you watched with the Cowboys, what happened? The 49ers beat them on the catch. Right? So you're seeing them, your first vision of them is losing, and then your last vision of them is losing. Like, there's no in between. Like, you had hair when they won. And granted, I know we ain't won shit in a while.
He's before next season. Next season.
Hey, Renard said you might want to go ahead and jump ship, and this is a Cowboy fan speaking. He said Ryan Poles got the Bears' future looking bright. I believe it is. Hey, this is your time.
Justin Fields And I'm a happy camper. If we move
Listen,
on,
you
Justin, I'm
need to go. Like, you need to disown that
man.
that is such. You're
Okay,
better than
I'm
that,
done with
Tim.
you, Brandon.
You're
Hey,
better
make
than
sure
that.
you guys subscribe to the QB Huddle Podcast. We're 8 people away. That way you know when we're going live, and I don't have to do all these crazy advertisements and be on your timeline all day like I was today. So
I ain't getting you no damn Cowboy jersey.
let's get to these championship breakdowns. First up, the Chiefs visit the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh.
The Ravens have the 6th ranked defense in the NFL right now, although they're the number 1 scoring defense. The Chiefs have the number 2 defense in the NFL, even though Josh Allen kind of had his way in the first half last week. Ravens, Chiefs, who do you got, Nui, and why? Break it down for us.
I got the Ravens, man. I know I say I normally don't bet against Pat Mahomes. It's really hard to do. But there's a new sheriff in town, I think.
Oh.
And I think it's Lamar Jackson. I think the combination of this offense and this offensive coordinator, the things that they do, he has a very tenacious defense that really gets after the quarterback. I think Pat Mahomes and those receivers are going to be in trouble because they mix up a lot of coverages late. Mahomes is an ad-lib kind of guy to a degree, and I think it's going to cause some confusion in the beginning. And if he doesn't figure it out, now Mahomes can't come from behind. We all know that. But if this shit gets out of hand like 17-3 and they keep scoring, they're going to suffocate them, bro.
Yeah.
They're going to suffocate them.
Okay.
With the run. So I don't expect a huge statistical game from Lamar, but I expect a typical Lamar Jackson game. Right? 300 yards total offense. No biggie.
Ravens game is what you're saying. Like, stout defense. Chiefs don't get to score.
I think
if the other team only scores 3.
I think right now, I mean, as a Niner fan, I definitely want the Ravens to lose, but I'm a Lamar fan too, man, and I would love to see him go to the Super Bowl. If we had an opportunity to play him, fantastic. Why not? Got to play the best. Got to beat the best.
Coach Wooten, this is going to be such a fun game. It's the first game on the docket. Who do you have?
Man, I have Baltimore too, man, because like the crazy part, you got to think about last week the way they stopped the way they stopped the Bills' offense. You basically almost got to play it the same way, but he's gonna kill him on the digs, and you can't you won't be able to stop Lamar Jackson with 2 high safeties. Like, and there's no way. So
he'll kill you.
The stuff that the Bills miss, Lamar Jackson is not missing it.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is you're gonna have to drop your linebackers to like 10 in the pass game, and then he's going to go run them yards. And then, but if you try to play him up like they did to stop the run, they're going to get a 15-yard dig up, man. It's tough, man. Like, that's going to be a tough game.
It's hard to stop him, man.
It's hard. It's a tough game. And wisdom, if you look on paper, right, conventional wisdom, you just look at the paper and look at the numbers and look at particularly this Ravens defense and how they play and what they've done the last stretch of the season, what they did to the Texans last week. It's hard to sit here and tell you guys I think the Chiefs will win the game. But I want to rewind time just a little bit. This is six AFC title games in a row for Andy Reid and the Chiefs. This is 10 conference title games for Andy Reid. Because Dixie, as an Eagles fan, you remember he took the Eagles to 4 in a row.
Absolutely.
Andy Reid, to me, with all the talk of Bill Belichick, even though that was the Brady system, I think we all have come to realize that. Andy Reid, to me, doesn't get the credit he deserves and should be up there on the Mount Rushmore of coaches because of what he's accomplished. And when I look at what they did to the Bills, there was absolutely no reason for the Chiefs to win that game. No reason. And yet they did it. And to me, the Bills are the Patriots, right, with Brady. All year we count the Patriots out. All year,
hold on.
The end of Brady's.
The Bills are the Patriots.
Now listen, not the Bills, the Chiefs. Chiefs. And I say that
the Bills are the Bills.
We used to talk about the Patriots all year long. Oh, Brady's falling off. Oh, they're not doing great, right? They would be mid all year, and all of a sudden they get in the playoffs and they looked completely different. Yeah. And that's what the Chiefs did. All year we wrote the Chiefs off. Maybe this isn't their year. They're not going to do it. But now they're in the AFC title game. And they went through Josh Allen to do it. I just feel like there's something special about Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid in the playoffs. And for that reason alone, I can't bet against them. And it's the same reason I never used to bet against Brady.
You don't even bet.
I wouldn't bet money anyway.
Hey, but if you would bet, you gonna lose your money because now you about to go 0-3 with them damn jerseys on.
And it may be 0-3 with jerseys. I had some Chiefs fans telling me since the game the other night, do not put a Patrick Mahomes jersey on. Do not.
Yeah, you just cursed him. You might want to switch to Lamar Jackson, brother, if you want them to
Lamar
make
Jackson, I would wear one.
I tell you right now.
Buy a Lamar Jackson jersey this year. However, they do not have any in my size. That is not my fault.
Because he knew you was capping.
Yeah. don't wear a Baltimore uniform jersey in the Super Bowl though.
Don't do that. Don't even put a Niner jersey on, my brother. I tell you this: who would I rather play? I'd rather play Mahomes than Lamar.
You would? That's crazy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Maybe you've been
hell yeah.
If
you've seen them, I'll be like, damn it.
You know what though? All Mahomes does is win. I don't want to.
Yeah, he does, but I think we can actually contain him and make him uncomfortable like we did in the beginning. Now he ain't got Tyreek Hill, so I love my chances. I love it.
Yeah,
Mahomes reminds me too of like Michael Jordan, right? Dixie, you're with me on this because you're closer to my age than Brandon is. But how many players in Michael Jordan's era didn't win an NBA title that would have had Michael Jordan not existed? That's the Patrick Mahomes effect. Josh Allen may never win a Super Bowl or even go to one because Patrick Mahomes exists.
That sucks.
Tough, bro. That's tough.
He might want to get traded to Dallas. Maybe he can restore that franchise.
Manning didn't go to a bunch of Super Bowls because Tom Brady existed. That sucked for Peyton Manning. I mean, that's just what it is. Let's go to the big game of the night, and I'm not even going to start with you, Brandon. We're going to start with you, Dixie. Coach Wooten as it is. Lions visit the 49ers. Lions are a great story. The 49ers, I think, what'd you say, 6 years? They've been there 4 out of 6 years. So this is old hat for the 49ers. Who do you have in this game?
Man, it's crazy, but I'm going with the 49ers by 17.
Oh, blowout.
Seriously. Because I'm telling you, like, if you go look at the game with the Rams, he's finna use those exact same plays and exploit they secondary, man. Like they did so many motions. The only reason the Rams didn't win because their defense played terrible. So the 49ers going to be a lot different, man. And then the linebackers got the best the 49ers have the best linebackers in the game. Yeah. So they're going to stop that run, man. It's going to be, I'm telling you, 17.
I agree with you. What we've seen so far this year in the playoffs, even last week up in Buffalo, Pacheco ran the ball extremely well, right? The Chiefs played defense in that second half extremely well. It's always been the story in the NFL. To win the big game, you have to play defense and run the ball, right? That's the recipe. And I believe San Francisco will do those two things better than Detroit. I also believe Brock Purdy will make crucial throws down the stretch because we've seen him do it. I think if the game comes down to a close one, I just trust Brock more than I trust Jared. I just do. So for me, I got the 49ers versus the Chiefs in Vegas.
Historically,
because we already know what he's going to say.
You already know what it is. Finish the job. Finish the damn job. Job ain't finished. We know what we got to overcome, but I will say this. Detroit gives up a lot of big plays. We're a big play offense to a degree. I feel like we really got to control that run game because without that run game, Jared Goff really struggles. Historically, he struggles versus the Niners defense, bro. Struggles. Right? So can we get him off his tip early? I think that's the key. I think if we set the tone early, we come out, we score, we get a stop, we come out and score. Now we're up by 14. Get another stop, get up maybe 17-21. It's over.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. Like, we suffocate you. It's very Baltimore-like once you get up by those double digits.
Yeah.
Except we don't have freaking an Avenger at quarterback. Like,
See, the
Lamar's a freaking Marvel character.
the thing the 49ers going to do to the Detroit is they're going to take away the digs, man. You know, like we got to be honest. Goff probably
breaking routes.
Yes, man. He's the best in breaking route thrower in these playoffs, man. He hit that like it's no
walking apart.
Yes, man. So they're going to make him throw comebacks. They're going to make him throw out routes. They're going to make him go route. But I'm telling you, like they're going to have about 2 or 3 picks. I'm telling you, because if you can't throw it in the middle against the 49ers, man. They defense too tough, man.
So those linebackers are too good in space, man, and they can catch.
I can't ask Brandon this because this would never happen in Brandon's world. But if the Lions were going to win this weekend, who from Detroit would have to show out? Like, what would have to be the story when the game was over for you to see a Lions victory this weekend?
You got to have great play by the tight end. You have to. If you want to win the game, the tight end got to probably be your leading receiver, and he got to be hot in the red zone. He got to catch touchdowns in the red zone.
See, I think for the Lions to win, I think they need to lean on both those two running backs in Gibbs and
I think so too.
And number 5,
our run defense been a little shaky. Montgomery.
If they can lean on that run game the way they did in the second half against the Buccaneers, and run the ball effectively and keep Brock on the sidelines and make him press a little bit more. Kyle has a tendency that when a game is close or when he doesn't get the ball as much, he tends to press with his play calling. If the Lions can get the 49ers in that situation, I think they have a chance. But
Tim, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, it's not to say that, oh, my God, we're winning no matter what. Dude, we got to play the game. That's why you play the game, right?
Absolutely.
And I think Kyle reminds me, my boy Mo has said this. You guys remember the water boy, Henry Winkler, the coach? He had all those crazy play designs, but when the game was on the line, he damn near shit himself.
Yeah.
That's what Kyle does, right? He's known for it. And so I think it's the only way we come out, like you said, by 17, Coach, is I think we sustain drives. We get 3 and outs really quick. Yep. We find out who we are immediately because the one thing you can't do with the Detroit Lions is you can't give them hope.
Oh, no,
because they're known for being in dogfights all year long, right? We're not built that way. This is our first game we've done it in the Shanahan era. So it's just like, shit, if we get in a close game and it comes down to a Jake Booty field goal, oh, God, we'll see. Freaking Michigan kickers, I tell you.
I can't believe it. He was so good at Michigan, and he's just
he made a clutch kick last week. But I'm just thinking, man, you can't play into what they're already familiar with. You got to take them to uncharted territory, similar to what Baltimore did. Baltimore took them. They really got to study that film because it wasn't just Lamar Jackson running plus ones. It was that run game, that play action, throwing little sneak routes off, routes off the tight end, little wheel routes, using it by your running back.
Yeah,
dude. The Lions look very pedestrian. They look like a damn JV team. Like they're like, holy shit, we're not used to this, right? So you got to take them to uncharted waters. I think if you do that, you run away with it, and then you'll see what happens. But we got to come with it, man. We can't be bullshit, man. We cannot come out bullshit.
Where are you watching the game, Brandon? Where are you watching that?
At the house by myself.
Text messages on or off?
Oh, I'm turning the phone off. Like, nope.
That is terrible. That's loser mentality right there.
Nah, it ain't losers, man. I'll entertain you slappies.
Well, Coach, I know. We get you coming out, man. If we can get you during your season at all, if you're not too busy,
thank you so much, man.
Some draft show,
anytime, man.
Man, we'd love to have you back. Good luck to you this year. Do you have any games here in Dallas? Are you visiting the Frisco team at all?
No, they took all our Dallas games away, man. So we always look forward to come down here to play in Frisco, but they took it away from us, man. They got we usually play San Antonio, but they bring San Antonio to Bay Area, so we have no games this way.
Well, we'll be. I mean, your games are on YouTube, are they not?
Yeah, they are. So you'll be able to watch them.
Tell the folks real quick that are here in Dallas, because you have a big following here in Texas. Tell them where we can watch your games on YouTube.
So you can go and watch all the indoor football league games at YouTube.com. You can just go in and you can check. All you gotta do is type in indoor football league, and every game that day will come up, man. You can watch them. It's an exciting league, man. Tim, these guys fly around, man, and you got great coaches, great ownership. Our commissioner Todd, man, is doing a great job making sure that he's putting us in the atmosphere of getting sponsors, big time sponsors. Like the championship game is sponsored by CBS, so it's getting bigger and bigger as the years go on, man. And at the end of the day, you got to give a shout out to the owners because they're putting a lot of stuff in place so the guys can get to the next level. Like for example, if our team alone we had like 5 or 6 guys go to the CFL and things like that. So, it's a shout out to the Indoor Football League, man. They're putting a great piece of product together,
That's awesome.
man. It's going to be fun.
Great to hear.
Man.
Yeah, well, shout out to you, Coach. I've been following your career. You've been doing great things. You've coached a couple of MVPs. You've won a couple of championships. You are solidified in your career as both a player and a coach. And I'm proud to call you my friend, and I follow you all the time. So continued success, and hope you can go out there and get a repeat. Even though we're, Andre Coles is a friend of the show too. So hopefully we might see Frisco.
I love to see it. I love to see it, brothers. I love to see it.
Get the two of you on the call at the end of the season and see how that went. But
look, last year, Tim, we was waiting on. We thought we was gonna have Andre, but they ended up losing by a 2-point conversion. Yes, man. So
yeah, Andre's been on the show a couple times, and we're going to have him back as well. We're going to see him probably this weekend at Robert Kent's big workout that I'm sure you've seen the flyer for. Newey, do you happen to have the address of where that's
it's going to be at Richardson-Berkner Indoor, from my understanding.
Yes.
That's in Richardson-Berkner off the 75. I know we have one of my quarterbacks I worked with, Kahari Lane, there. That's a guy to really look out for. I think the guy can shoot it. He played at University of Arizona. All-time state Georgia passing leader over guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. So hopefully he can really put together a good workout. That way he can get an opportunity to showcase his skill set. So look out for that. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of good guys, good players out there. And, we'll be excited to talk to them and see what the new wave looks like.
So athletes, get out there, get a workout in, put some good stuff on film. The QB Huddle podcast is going to be in attendance, and we're going to be talking to coaches and players throughout the afternoon. So it should be a lot of fun. We might even do some coaching. I don't know. Brandon's an excellent quarterbacks coach, so he might have some tips for you quarterbacks out there. Just so you know, I've coached a few championship quarterbacks in my time. Doesn't mean I know anything. Not next to Brandon. I'm a slapdick, so.
Also that tryout, man. Like I know in the
such a gaslight comment.
Yeah, in the indoor football league, I know it's going to be on our radar. So I guarantee you, in every league, that workout is going to be huge, and I guarantee you, so a lot of players are going to get signed. Just show up and go work out. Kent going to put on a great show, man, and guarantee he's going to get that film to all of us, and we're going to get the calling because we know what type of player he is.
Yeah. See, that's awesome to hear. I love hearing that. Guys. This is a coach, a championship coach from the other side of the country. From some of you that are listening, I mean, he coaches out in California, and he knows what's going on with Robert and this combine. And as he said, everybody knows Robert Kent. Robert Kent's name holds weight. He's a multi-championship winner, definitely a Hall of Fame player, and he's coached some too. So don't miss out. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the QB Huddle podcast. It will be up on Facebook tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, because if you do that, you're going to get a jersey, and there's going to be more gifts as we go. And you don't want to.
We're at 95 right now. We got 5 more.
5 more. Hey, by the way, I'm going to put this out every single week. If anybody knows or has a connection or knows someone who knows Tony Romo, Tony, we want you on the QB Huddle podcast.
Romo!
Get your butt out here, because the jersey's right there. So anybody has a connection, let the QB Huddle podcast know. We want to bring Tony Romo on the show.
Tony. Come on out, Tony.
I mean, doesn't Quincy know Romo?
I mean, he might. So let's get Quincy to get working for us. You know what I'm saying? Quincy, shout out to you, buddy. Thanks for coming out. Dixie, we'll see you soon, man. Everybody have a good night.
Y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. Take care, man.
There we go, brother.
Good luck to you, brother. Take care.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank y'all, man.
Yes, sir.